Wow, karibu tena kwenye Triple Genge show hapa Ppptv. Mimi kama kawa Qwachez afande na swaga. Niliwaambia kila uchao mahali nimeketi mimi wasikosi mgeni, na haswa sana tutachanganya, tutakuwa tunaongea lugha ya Kimombo ama Kiswahili kulingana vile mwenye atafeel rahisi kuketi na sisi kwenye show. Na ni mgeni wangu, she is my guest, young lady. Majenzi kuja hapa tupige story. This is our time. Tukiona kitu ambayo imefanyika, vitu mingi zimefanyika, we need some of them to condemn them. Ni vitu ambazo zinafanyika kwenye society, vita yetu, but ukiangalia sana kwenye social media, kuna video imetrend ambayo pia mimi mwenyewe nikiwa afisa wa polisi imenikasirisha kwa sana na sana. Should we rely on culture, traditions? Hapana, jibu mimi. Ingia kwenye comments zetu, nipatie comments zako, nieleze unafikiria nini, ni wazo bora sisi kuangalia tamaduni zetu zinafaa. Karibu kwenye show. Very beautiful. See, wacha ni compliment. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Today you are sitting here with her fun. Last time, she's not new to the show. She was here na boy wangu, Madola, boss. Na mtanga pastor wa grills. Wakapiga story. Tunamregesha kwa sababu atufanulia yapi. First of all, kwa wale wako juu ndio nakumiti mara ya kwanza, jitambulishe.
My name Grace NANSAMBA Kigiri. I work for Horn of Africa Youth Network as an expert in sexual and reproductive health and rights.
Yes. Watu wangu, sexual and reproductive health. Yes. Wala mwelewi, sijui kwa Kiswahili, tafuta niandikie kwenye comment, ndio tujadili zaidi. Ni Kizungu na Kiswahili, sisi wote ni wasomi. Kwa hivyo, what is your position and what is your duties in your organization?
Okay, so in Horn of Africa, we have different departments.
Yeah.
So we have the gender department.
Okay.
So under the gender department,
yes, we
have now the pillars in it. So the pillar I handle, it's called sexual and reproductive health, okay, and rights.
Wow.
So under that pillar, we talk about the body autonomy. Okay. Like you own your body as a person. Mm-hmm. You have a right to your body. Okay. You have integrity for your own body. Okay. And then we handle cases like teenage pregnancy. We handle maternal health. We handle mental health, wow, menstrual health. It also aligns with gender-based violence. Wow. Yes.
Amejieleza, amejifafanua kuwa kazi zile ambazo wanafanya ni kuhusu mwili wako. Own your body. Yani, ukiwa na mwili wako, ama naongea tofauti?
No, you're right.
Very good. Jenzi, tunaenda na mtaratara. Taratibu tu pole pole. We have no rules. Hapa jienjoy. Ukisikiza muziki, pata mafunzo. So, yes, I'll go straight to the point because the other time on the last show, I saw your interview.
Yeah, sure.
And also we say thank you. Okay. Karibu na karibu tena. You've seen on social media there's a viral video that also it reflects our societies, cultures and traditions. You've seen a woman being battered with men. Let me say just community, because I saw there were women there and there were men there. Yeah. But you see, we lack something we call leadership to control the situation. What are your thoughts as an organization, as a representative of this organization, as a young person? What are your thoughts towards that incident?
Wow. So first of all, on the incidents that happened where a woman is battered, beaten, yes, and everyone is watching. Yeah. As an organization, we condemn it. First of all, when we come to now our constitution in Kenya, good, there is an article, it's Article 44. Yeah. It talks about culture. It says the culture should be respected or protected. However, harmful practices in the name of culture should never be accepted. So as long as we have this culture, the good culture, you know, we want to protect our culture as a society. But as long as something is against someone's dignity, it is against someone's protection, then it's very harmful and should be condemned. So as an organization, of course, that is an act that we really condemn, because it's affecting this woman's dignity. Yeah. It is not protecting her. And the fact that elders are watching, people are watching, it is so saddening. Okay. Because maybe to them it's a cultural practice that they should do, but they are fringing this harm to this poor woman who is here. Okay. And this person should be protected. Okay. So we have the Constitution protects us about human dignity. You have to protect a person. And then gender-based violence is an offense in this country. Yeah. You can't harm someone in the name of culture. Wow. And yet that is a case for domestic violence. Actually, that is domestic violence, because battering a woman who has come maybe to bury or to send off, as she was called to do that, and then you now go against everything and then beat, and everyone is watching, that is wrong. Actually, we condemn it, and I'm happy that the police has taken over the issue, because we are all against it.
Police, my people, mmejaribu. Mtu akifanya makosa kama haya kwenye mitaa, and for society, action should be taken, because we are the authority. Yeah. That was against the law. And also even the kids. And there's also a question that I would love maybe to ask you. From where you're seated, you saw there were also women who were also like cheering about the same act. What could be your version of maybe approach, or maybe an advice to them for the purpose of just advocacy?
Yeah, sure. So for the women, I know right now our society has, we call it social norms, or the cultural norms. Okay. So there is a patriarchal nature of society where a man is seen as the dominant part of everything. Yes. So as women, you are already down. So whatever the elders or the men in society are saying, you have no option but to submit, because they are seeing you, of course, as object. So the patriarchal nature of our society right now has also made women to believe in these harmful practices that are undergone. But we raise our voice to condemn. Women, speak for yourselves. You have the voice in you. You have a right. We have, last time I shared that we do have frameworks, let me put it that way. We do have the Constitution of Kenya. We have this right that protects us as women. So when you come up as a woman to condemn, no one will tell you anything. Why? Because you are under the Constitution. You are under the law. So when you come up to speak that this is harmful, then this is harmful. So women, no one will speak on our behalf. No one will say anything for us. It's us to raise our voices against any harmful practice. It is us to stand up and say enough is enough. We cannot be treated like this in this society. So we have to rise up. So campaigns, actually right now, I'm suggesting women movements should be up for this case. Wow. Women groups should rise and come through for this woman. Because we can't keep quiet when a fellow woman is put down. If this is seen in the society, the next day it might be me. Because I didn't speak. Yeah. So maybe tomorrow it's the neighbor that it will happen to her. So women, let's advocate. No one will speak for us. Let's rise up and do this advocacy ourselves. So because we have the power to do that. Yes.
Do you think also, because I've seen you given us an article of law within the Constitution, do you think that such a kind of maybe acts that are happening within society, we don't have the cases only as a sub-tribe. There are so many tribes within our country, and you know them. Do you think that we need to have maybe the legislatives, they should maybe come up with a law bill that should protect such a kind of vices?
That is a good question. We do have, actually we do have the Sex Offense Act. It is 2006, it's there. We do have like cultural practices like FGM. We do have a FGM Act. And then we do have our Constitution, of course. We do have the Domestic Violence Act. We have so many frameworks. When we go, Kenya subscribes to other frameworks internationally. So we have the Maputo Protocol. We have recently we have adopted a framework. It's for African Union on elimination of violence against women or girls and women. So it is maybe for the, let's say, the government to bring these frameworks to people, to maybe capacity build people to know there is this that protects you. If it's necessary, change it to the local languages of people. Let the constitution be in Kiswahili. Let it be in Kisi. Let it be in the Luya language. So that maybe these people who maybe didn't have this, the level of growth or knowledge, they can know now we have this protecting us. These laws are there, Afande. They are there. It's just that maybe people have not been aware of it, or there is no advocacy made about it. But how I wish these constitutions, things are broken down. There is a guideline for things. I think maybe to assist you with a simpler language. Society needs a civic education. Some knowledge that trickles down up to their level where they live, so that people should understand the law. Because at the moment as we speak, in my position, I know very well there are some people, even when you watch the TV, there are people who are arraigned in court, who are arrested, arraigned in court, maybe. So we wait for the matter to be maybe the judge, so that any sort of vices, implication, people, they get what they call a face-off. Now, watu wangu wale mnani watch kizungu tumepiga, tumedunda na polisi pia amejikaza. Najua mkiona polisi mnasema kuwa hapo ulielewa ukasikia. Wewe kuja kwa comment tushare tuone kama mimi ndio nilisikia ama sikuelewa au wewe. But hapa tuliko, we're just having what you call positive vibes and making sure that advocacy inafikia yule mtu yoyote ambaye ako kwa kitongoji nyumbani kuelimisha mwingine. The last question that ile nitamuuliza ambaye ni muhimu sana, what would be your wish as an African continent? Because an African continent, Uganda, Tanzania, Egypt, and we fall in the same continent that has got some cultures and tradition, taboos. What could be a wish in the defense of women? Okay, thank you so much. So this is my take. We have regional frameworks. Like let's give a simple one, maybe for the East African community. We have that body already. So how I wish that women's issues are taken serious. How I wish women's issues are taken a step ahead to know what exactly is happening to these women. Now for this case, my wish is let the cultural norms not be a subject for women to be violated. Having all these cultures, also religious beliefs, everything, let it be not the cause for domestic violence. Can we have something that protects women regardless? Yes, culture is protected, but once it's harmful, then something has to be done. All the member states of all the countries, let's say Uganda, all those partner states, can they have something in common to just eliminate cultural harmful practices? Because it is affecting more of women. It is subjecting more of women. It's women that are suffering in this case of culture because they have no voice. So my plea would be to the member states where they subscribe to, let them cancel, eliminate every cultural harmful practices. Of course, we have good practices. I will not say we don't have good practices. Culture, we do have good practices in our cultures that make us communal, love one another, be in harmony. We have those good ones. So we can't say culture is bad. No, we have very good practices. So but,
in other words, what you're saying, we need to have the good cultures.
Yes, that's a good.
And then we get rid of the bad culture,
the harmful ones, anything that is putting women down. This is not a time for us to be down. This is a time for us to just accelerate for other better options, not to be down. So yes, that is all I can say.
Watu wangu, panda na promosha kizungu hapa. Niko na mrembo msomi ambaye anaelewa, na tukifunga zaidi najua akona kitu inaitwa parting shot. parting shot atatuelezea what he has, na kabla iseme nataka tupatie tu tofauti ya vitu mbili ambavyo mimi pengine sielewi na wewe huelewi, ujue kuanzia leo. The difference between GBV and Sgbv.
Okay. So sexual Sgbv,
yes.
Sexual gender-based violence.
Okay.
So for sexual gender-based violence, this is something that happens between partners.
Okay.
Because something to do with the sexual part, okay. We call it maybe intimate, maybe partner. Okay. So sometimes someone who is above you, okay. may impose you on a sexual act you're not okay with. Okay. Or it can be rape. Or it can be defilement. Okay. As long as an act that you have not consented to, yeah. sexually. Yeah. Even in marriage, if you have not consented that you want to have this intercourse with this person, hallelujah, then it's already violence, because we all have to consent that I want this. So any act or form of sexual violence, something that is forced, coerced, something that you have not agreed to, it's violence. Violence is not beating. Violence is as long as I've not agreed. And for the GBV, it's all forms of violence. All forms of violence. It doesn't matter if you're a woman, if you're a man, as long as you feel you're violated, yes. you feel you are not okay, you're not protected, then that is, you already violated.
Boy child, nimekutetea. Parting shot.
My parting shot, as to the topic that we had, I want to advocate for all women. Rise up. No one will speak for us. You are the voice. You are the voice for your community. Don't see anything harmful happening to a fellow woman, yeah. and you watch and keep quiet. Today it's her, tomorrow it's you. So let's rise up as women. Let's advocate for equal rights. Let's advocate for good cultural practices. Let's just rise up and ask for these rights for us. And again, let's know our rights. Let's read these constitutions. Let's know what can protect us, so that when that time comes, you have all the power to stand for yourself. Thank you so much.
Give them your social medias.
It's Horn of Africa Youth Network. Horn of Africa Youth Network, all handles, be it Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, just go to Horn of Africa Youth Network.
Thank you. Watu wangu mmeelewa, it has been a very, very, very healthy conversation. Boy child, mnajua ile kitu mlifanya Kisii na tuliwaona wengi. So make sure unaondokea madhara. Wanawake, they need to be protected. Our sisters, our aunties, our mothers. Muliham sana hata wale watoto wadogo, huyo mwanadada watakuja kuchukia wanaume na ni vijana pengine wasichana. So